Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So, in this video, I want to talk about repetition and manifesting. Is repetition important to manifest? Do you need to repeat again and again what you want to manifest? And what do people mean by repetition? So, hey guys, hope you all are well. Let's get into this video. It is a very important topic, and my take is going to be slightly different than the usual, as it always is, and I'm going to go slightly deeper into this topic. I already have made posts about it on my Instagram a few times, and that is what propelled me to actually make a video here, because I thought that I want to explain this topic in detail, and because the take that I have towards this is slightly different than what usually people do, I thought that a video would do it more justice and for you guys to understand it better. So what do we actually understand about repetition? Let's first understand what repetition means and why people emphasize so much on it. All the spiritual teachers there are, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, all the spiritual teachers, even the coaches that are there now, each and every person talks about repetition. Everyone talks about repeating it. Neville Goddard used to say, sleep as the person who you want to be, sleep in the state in which you want to be night after night. Joseph Murphy talked about affirmations. He used to say that you should repeat it again and again so that your subconscious can grasp it. Repetition is super important while manifesting is because when we have a certain set of characteristic traits, our identity, our state of being, our vibration, whatever you want to call it, whoever you fully are, it is made of repetitive experiences. So you have a belief. That belief is something that you have thought over a period of time, which earlier was a thought and it became a belief because it was repeatedly thought of. Then based on that belief, you have your perceptions, which you have repeatedly tried and done. Then based on those perceptions, there have been actions in your life which you have repeatedly done. Then the boundaries that you have set, like there has been a repetitive cycle of you setting those boundaries in a particular way. And that is how we become who we are, and that is why we consider who we are to be as a fact, because that is something that we have done so many times that it has become our own mindset. It feels second nature to us. So why repetition is important? Because if we have to change a conditioning that we have held on to for such a long time, we will have to repeat it again and again for it to turn into something that is a fact, for it to become natural. Because once, and this is something that everyone who has started a manifestation journey, and I'm pretty positive if you are watching this video, then you are or have been in this situation, is that once we start the journey, things that we try to do, any techniques that we do, might not feel natural at first. Visual scenes might feel weird. They give you too much excitement, or the affirmations might feel too far out of your comfort zone. But repetition comes into this is when you repeat something enough number of times, you start to believe it to be true. You start to feel it natural. You start to feel it real. You start to live in the end result of having what you want. But what do people mean when they say repetition, and how to actually repeat? So the biggest misconception people have is that when we say repetition, we mean repetition of techniques, repetition of affirmations, repetition of visual scenes. Let me clear this up. First of all, you are always at any given moment affirming in your mind already. So right now I'm talking, my words, my conversation, it's an affirmation. I am saying something that I believe to be true. And that is how I'm talking to myself in my own mind. So there is a very big difference with affirming deliberately about something and affirming. Both can give you the same results, but when people say, do I have to affirm again and again? Well, you are already affirming in your mind. Whenever you are talking, that's an affirmation. But when people are actually asking that question, they mean deliberate affirming. Maybe picking one affirmation and saying it again and again. That is totally separate than affirming. So you are already affirming already. You are already naturally visualizing too. Because at any time when you say something, let's say, let's go back to my revision challenge and let's talk about the pink elephant. Now you naturally thought of the pink elephant because there is an image that came in your mind, because you naturally thought of that image that came with a thought associated with an image. That is how we think about it all the time. So when we are talking here about repetition and visualization and affirmation, people are talking about deliberate visualization, deliberate affirmations, where you're sitting down and you're affirming something, the same sentence again and again, or you're doing a same visual scene again and again, just to make it more natural to you. The whole purpose of doing any affirmation or doing any visual scene is to reaffirm or recreate or cement the new self-concept that you're trying to build. If I am doing a visual scene again and again, what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to make it so natural for me to have that I don't doubt it and I don't question it again and again. If I am doing an affirmation again and again, what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to make it natural for me to believe that to be true. But this is where the issue comes. You have to be super honest with yourself. And this is where a lot of people start going back and forth. I get a lot of questions from a lot of clients and just random followers on my Instagram. And this is a very genuine question. I sometimes am not able to answer all of them, so I will answer them here. That, hey Karan, I have been affirming for 10 months. I have been affirming for 2 years. I have been affirming for this much time. Why isn't it here? Why isn't it working? Why isn't it moving? Why am I not getting what I want? I have been doing this, yet I still don't have it. I still don't have it. I still don't have it. First, when you say I still don't have it, that's still an affirmation that you are repeating. So the first affirmation that you did got cancelled out with the second affirmation that you are again and again repeating, that I don't have it. I don't have it. Where is it? It does not really work that way. You cannot really have it in that manner because it won't work. If you keep repeating your opposite things too, it won't really work because you keep recreating the old story again and again. But when we are actually talking about the techniques, the most important thing to understand is, what is that technique reinforcing in me? Is that technique reinforcing the fact that I have what I want? Or is that technique reinforcing the fact that I don't have what I want? Is doing an affirmation make me believe like I am the person who has it? Or is doing the affirmation just making me realize the lack of it? For example, I can say that, oh, I am loved by my SP. Is that making me just notice the lack of love that there is right now? Or is that actually making me believe that I am loved by my SP? The distinction matters. What it is reinforcing in you matters. And eventually what it will come down to is, when you are affirming, when you are visualizing, or when you are doing any technique, what sort of identity is it reaffirming? What is it making you feel? What is it making you believe? Is it making you believe, when you do a visual scene, is it making you feel that I have it? Or the more I do it, the better it is? Great. Or is it making me feel that the more I do it, the more I notice that it's not here? So when we talk about repetition, repetition does not necessarily mean the affirmations or the techniques. Repetition means I repetitively show up in front of the circumstances as the new version of me. In a repeated way, show up in front of circumstances as the new version of me through my reactions, through my actions, through my boundaries, through my behavior and everything, through my perceptions, through my belief system. Because if I show up in front of something again and again as the new version of me, then I will get what I want, because that new version of me will become my new identity. And this is where we keep going wrong, and this is where we keep manifesting a lack of results, is because what we are essentially manifesting is a state of not having it, because all we are doing is just repeating some affirmations and reacting the same way. I will give you an example for you to understand it better. I will give you an example of what people do wrong, and then I will give you an example of what people do right. So an example of people, what they do wrong. Let's say I want to manifest a specific person. Then I am affirming again and again, we are together, whatever the affirmation that you have picked up. And all that affirmation is making me do is it is making me feel like, where is it? Why is it not happening? Where is it? Where is it? When will it happen? When will it happen? I'm again and again noticing more lack of it, the more I'm affirming for it. And then there comes a circumstance, maybe the specific person ghosted me, or they blocked me, or whatever the circumstances, whatever I am perceiving the circumstance to be. And the circumstance happens, and I abandon everything that I was trying to build, and I become the same person as I was. That, oh, why are they doing this? I just don't understand. I have been affirming again and again. I have been repeating this again and again. I'm not trying to mock you because I have been there. But this is where we lose. Because what we just did is we did the affirmations based on our convenience. We did the techniques based on our convenience. And as soon as we got an opportunity to show up in front of it as the new version of us, to cement it even more, we just became the old person again. Whereas someone who wants to use repetition in a way which is going to be helpful for them would get involved in this situation and would say that, oh, there is a circumstance that happened. That's okay. This is my opportunity to show up in front of it as the new version of me. My SP said this. Great. This is an opportunity for me to be consistent with my boundaries in this situation. Oh, that person did not give me the full thing. Great. That is an opportunity for me to show myself that I won't settle for breadcrumbs again. And once I keep repeating my embodiment of the new version of me, that is from where our results actually come. So the focus should be that yes, repetition matters. It gives you great results. It gives you great benefits, but only when you are showing up in front of something as the new version of you, not when you're just pretending to show up in front of something only till it's convenient. When a circumstance or any circumstances come up, you just let go of everything and you become the old version of you again. So yes, keep repeating what you want. Keep reinforcing. That is what would be a better word. Reinforce again and again who you are. Who you are is the person who has what they want. How would that person react, act, behave, talk, believe about the situation, perceive the situation, have boundaries? Who would you be if you had utter confidence that I can get anything that I want? How would I react to circumstances? That should be your cue. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope this video helps and have a great day ahead. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions and I will see you guys in the next one.